fun.
All right.
What's up, Coda Improvements? New Guys Garage.
New Guy's Garage.
Chongo 68.
Chongo, I love that name.
UTG. Happy Sunday.
Happy Sunday, everybody.
New guys, you did a great thing. Coda says. Chevy V8 S10. Brett McIntyre. Franco 2K.
Franco, what's happening?
Tractor Fixer says good evening, everyone.
Good evening, all.
HOK, Chris Greenaway. Oh, do you want to say something, Tony?
Yes.
Do you have anything on your mind?
This was a fun week, I gotta tell you. So it wasn't fun because I've been like mostly disabled all week. I've been like limping around. But
yeah, that would be fun for some people.
That would be fun for some people. It's torture for me because I'm a workaholic. So New Guys Garage. All right, we'll get.
Why don't you wait until like there's some people in here? There's only 12 people in here.
Well, because they can replay. Most people watch this on the replay. They don't watch it.
That's not true.
Yeah, it is. Watch the overnight numbers. They double like the next day.
It's too bad other people are probably live right now, so they can't watch us in our great live. They'll have to watch the replay.
So this was a fun week, aside from the physical agony and so most of you guys who are regulars know we've had a troll, right? Now he's beyond.
Russell says hold up 5 minutes.
Who said that?
J. Russell Finch says hold up 5 minutes.
Okay.
He can't. He's gonna explode. I'm telling you, he's gonna explode. Tony, you look in better spirits, Two Hacks says.
Oh, I feel great.
It's gotta be live. It's Sunday night. It is. Hello, Chuck in Florida. Charles Ealer.
Chuck.
Terrence Seymour.
Terrence, what's happening, man?
You feel sorry for Jimmy, Brian's other personality?
So let me tell the story.
You know what? I'm happiest that like a lot of our viewers have to have a good time with that.
Well, that's what it is. We have
like
a lot of guys are
gives
having
me
fun with
joy
this.
More than anything else, that they got to have some fun.
A lot of guys are having fun with this. So for the last 3.5 years, we've had a troll. His name is Brian Cabral, and he's had a channel literally dedicated to trolling us. Like the guy, it's hard to believe, right? He had 1,200 videos.
That? Who does something like that?
Don't worry about who does something like that. So he had 1,200 videos, and they were 90% of them were about me. So I would do a video, and then he would do like a counter to it. But he did this every day. So now I enjoyed it. It drove Kathy crazy.
Well, no, I didn't watch him or anything.
Yeah, but the idea.
Well, he was very nasty sometimes.
Yes,
and
he was
would
extremely
say
nasty.
things that were very threatening also.
But he was never.
I would get emails saying that like we were being physically threatened, and I had to deal with that.
Yeah, but it was no worse than I had to deal with growing up with my family.
I understand, but like when I get emails like that, like whether I want to deal with it or not, I've already read it, so.
I know.
I got to deal with that.
It bothered Kathy. It bothered a lot of my friends.
That's not cool.
It bothered a lot of our regular viewers. I personally got a kick out of it. So, Brian was very, very dedicated to his trolling. Tenacious, very tenacious. And early on, I didn't really know, very early on, I didn't really know quite what to make of it because I've been trolled through my life with this, that, and the other thing, and so I'm kind of used to it. But Brian was special. Like he had a tenacity to him. But then what would happen was he would start to tell stories. So the first part of his story was, or the first series of stories that we made up had to do with being a Marine and being in he was a drill sergeant, he was a gunny, he did this, he did that. And I know from personal experience, having known many military people through the course of my life, that they don't talk about it. They just do not talk about it. So as soon as somebody's talking about it, you know that there's something wrong there. So I was like, okay, the guy is a little bit of a storyteller, let's say. But then as time went on, he kept inventing characters, and he kept inventing like situations, and it was like one kind of like more ridiculous than the other. So he had an imaginary girlfriend, or he had a girlfriend, Aunt Billy, that never made an appearance, never made a background sound or anything like that. He he had for a period of time there, he had a very homeless look going on. Like, he had like a beard going this way and this way, and he had no teeth. And he's got like spiders tattooed on the back. I mean, the guy, he would sit in this dingy room, right, and talk about his nurse girlfriend and how he owned these houses and that houses and how he was involved in this thing and that thing. I'm like, okay, well, whatever you want. But I knew all along that it was like a LARP. If you guys don't know what a LARP is, a live action role play. So what happened was he would start telling a story. He would make up a story. He would get good reaction from people because now he had like this circle of trolls or other people who didn't like me for whatever reason. Other people didn't like me would gravitate to his channel and would feed this. And he would keep raising the ante and keep making the stories bigger and bigger and bigger.
Is this a monologue they're asking?
Yeah, more or less. I'm explaining what happened.
Do you really need a monologue?
It's not a monologue. I'm filling in the blanks for people who aren't familiar with all this.
Okay.
So.
Do we really care?
Huh?
Do we really care?
Ask them if they care.
I don't think they really care.
No?
They just think it's funny. They're enjoying it.
Right. So he would keep raising the ante and keep making these stories like thicker and more involved and more dramatic and I know what's going on because, like I said, I know the background.
They say they care. Chongo says he cares and
Chongo care.
Doug cares and 2YTA says I think it's tragic.
Oh, and that was my opinion towards the whole thing all along. I was like, I feel bad for the guy. Because there's something wrong when you dedicate your life to trolling and making up stories. There's something wrong, and he would get up every morning, and the very first thing he would do is make up. He would make a video about me, whatever video I did the day before.
People, right?
He would make up a video about me.
That's what you do every day.
So over the course of years of doing this, he develops this like cult of about. Well, he had like 600 subscribers. He had about 600 subscribers, and he had a group of about 25 or so people who were like regular dedicated followers that literally ate up everything that he said. They believed everything he said. And then he went too far because he had them going, right? He had them all going, and they're all believing him and all this other stuff. And then he started posting pictures. So this is where he made his mistake.
Who are we talking about now? 47 is that?
Brian Cabral. We're talking about Brian Cabral. So he starts.
He was a troll. He
starts posting pictures, and he's like, "This is my house. This is my girlfriend. This is my car. This was the crash that I had, and all of these other things." So he keeps posting pictures, but he didn't realize the pictures that he was posting were from like Google Images.
I'm sure he realized that.
Well, but he didn't know that anybody else would realize that.
Oh,
so he would find a picture. He'd find a picture online.
So he's
like for instance,
oblivious to the world.
Like for instance, he's my age, okay? So he posts a picture of his girlfriend, right? And the picture of his girlfriend is like a selfie shot of like a younger, maybe like a 40-year-old, 45-year-old girl, attractive, and she's sitting in like a white SUV type of thing, and there's a baby seat to her corner here, and there's a baby screen over here, and it's like, so it's obvious he just picked this picture out of like, here, okay, this is Aunt Billy, posted the picture of it, right?
I've seen things that he's posted, but not like on his YouTube.
He posts, he lives in Massachusetts on the ocean, on the water, right? And he posts his sunset picture. Well, I don't know if he does or not.
He says.
But he posts a picture of the sunset. He's like, this is the sunset. but it was over the water.
On the East Coast.
Yeah, he was on the East Coast. He's posting a picture of the sunset over the water. Come on.
But, I guess none of his viewers are smart enough to catch that, which is really a shame.
They wanted to believe him so badly, and they elevated him to like celebrity status. Like we have this one other troll, Mr. Will, who started out like he was like a regular on these lives.
Do you remember when he begged us to subscribe to him? He made a video.
Mr. Will actually made a video begging us to subscribe.
Yeah, to sub to him. Please, Tony, please. Remember that?
So, but anyway, that's all besides the point. At one point, he makes a power play and this, that, and the other thing. And so now he's got his own like little cult going on. And I hope he takes over the position that Brian was in.
He claimed he lived on the Cape, I guess near the Kennedys.
But it doesn't matter. It's the East Coast. The sun rises in the east. It sets in the west. You can't have a
Are
sunset.
you sure, Tony?
Yes.
Are you positive?
Oh, I'm positive. I've known about Brian's.
That might have to be Googled.
I've known about Brian's LARPing since the beginning, but it wasn't for me to say anything because he's just making stuff up. So at any rate, make a long story short, Brian had like no teeth and stuff. So he made up a story, or I don't know, maybe he did have a story. Or maybe it's true, I don't know. But he made up a story or told a story about how he got hit by a drunk driver in his Corvette. Now, the only vehicle he's ever shown in any of his videos or anything like that was a bicycle. He had a bicycle like in a basement. It was an old bicycle, and he was like, I'm going to restore this or something. And I was like, well, that's nice. He's going to restore his bicycle. But then he talked about he's got a BMW, or he's got an Audi, he's got a Vet, he's got all of these cars, right? So, but he never shows any of them. So he tells a story about how he got hit by a drunk driver, and the drunk driver, he was in his Corvette, and it broke his wrist, and he lost all his teeth, and it broke his jaw, and he woke up like 10 months later in the hospital with like somebody else's pancreas. I don't even know. It was just a crazy story. And he used a picture of a crashed Corvette, and said that this was my accident. The problem is the Corvette and the accident happened in Florida to a guy, and I don't remember his name now. And he did this a couple of times. He used this picture a couple of times to show that it was his car, his accident, his Vet. Well, New Guy's Garage did a little detective work, and he found the original version of the picture, the original story that was in a Florida newspaper, and laid out all of the facts. So at the same time that he's putting the new Guy's Garage is putting this video out, which was like Friday. Was it Friday? I guess it was Friday. The same time that New Guy's Garage puts this video out, Brian cancels his channel. He deletes his entire channel, all of it, 1,200 videos, all of these pictures, all of these things, wipes the channel clean and disappears.
Why do you think that happened?
Because he realized that somebody had caught on to what he was doing.
Yeah, when you lie, you have a lot to cover, and you don't know where you've lied.
Oh, please! He's telling people that he's a Hell's Angel. The guy's actually
Let's
telling
not
people.
discuss that.
Now, if you've ever known,
Let's not discuss that.
if you've ever known any bikers, any real bikers, they will never mention their affiliation. They will never talk about it, especially somebody
Can we
who's
change the subject?
really an 81 patch
Yeah,
holder.
let's leave them alone.
I'm not bothering anybody.
You know what I'm saying. Let's just not even bring it up.
Anybody who's a real patch holder will never talk about their club affiliation or anything like that. So right away, as soon as somebody says, I'm a this, I'm a that, and then he starts telling stories about how he's going to go riding with the boys. He doesn't have a motorcycle. I don't think he has actually a car. He has a bicycle. We know he has a bicycle. So, like I said, he just kept building this up. And these people were lapping it up. He had this group, I guess it was about 25 people.
They agreed with everything that he said.
Well, they agreed with him, and he became their hero. He became their focal point.
They love to hate us.
They love to hate us, which is awesome. I encourage you to
Jesse Wayne sent $2. Thank you, Jesse. We appreciate that.
Let her out.
Brett says, I think YouTube deleted him for his content. Well,
no.
I don't know. Well, it's kind of coincidental. Like, I would say that YouTube would, because actually you're not allowed to have a channel that targets a person. And he did that, but like I've never reported.
Well, what I do know is that immediately before, so okay, New Guy's Garage video went.
That's why I didn't want to let them out. Come on.
All right. So here's the timeline of what happened. New Guy's Garage posted. So all right, at about 6 o'clock on Friday, or 5 o'clock on Friday. Late in the afternoon, early evening, New Guy's Garage posted a preview of their video using that picture and tagging Brian Cabral in it. At about that time, within that hour, Brian puts out a video talking about, and I saw the video, and he was like rambling on, like he was saying stuff that didn't really make much sense, talking about accidents and drunk drivers and so on and so forth. So New Guy's Garage posts the preview with the picture of the Corvette crash that Brian claims this is. Brian then makes a video about the Corvette crash.
Kugari OG says, I'm enjoying this.
Then
We're glad.
New Guy's Garage goes on, and he tells a story about how, you know, the picture belongs to this guy. I don't remember the guy's name. He was in Florida, and he was okay. He walked away from the accident. So at the same time that New Guy's Garage goes on live with the video and calls Brian out on this picture thing, Brian deletes his entire account. Done. He quit YouTube because then he realized at that point that the jig was up.
Well, I think that there's a copy of that video.
Is there a copy of that video?
The last video that he did about his Corvette went up like around the same time that New Guy's Garage video went up. So there is somebody did grab a copy of that video.
Okay, well, there's a copy of the video floating around someplace. So I'm disappointed. I was one of his subscribers. I looked forward to his videos, and he's gone now. I feel bad for the rest of his trolls, or the rest of the troll farm. He was their leader. He was their, and it helps us.
You really feel bad for them.
I do.
Why? Because they wake up every day and they're like, whose day can I ruin? Who can I make unhappy? Who can I try and hurt?
It's not
like that is like that. That's what they think internally. They don't realize that that's what they're like, but that's who they are. They wake up every day thinking about what they can destroy instead of what they can create.
I don't think it's a conscious thought in their heads.
It may not be conscious, but it's inside of them.
It gives them a purpose. Like,
oh yeah. Tony gave him purpose. Oh yeah.
Hating me gave and gives a lot of these guys a purpose in
Prism
life.
gave you $10.
Well, thank you.
I'm building my first engine, a Mild 351W. What's the difference between a PCV and a regular crankcase vent, and which one should I use?
Well, the crankcase vent goes along with the PCV valve. So, or unless you're talking about a road draft tube, which is a whole different thing. But you'll have a vent in one valve cover and a PCV valve in the other valve cover. And the PCV valve sucks the air, the clean air from the vent, passes it through the engine, picks up whatever residue, exhaust residue that's in the crankcase, blow by, and then sucks it out and reburns it through the induction system. All right. So hating me gives these guys a purpose, and I'm okay with that. It doesn't make any difference. I get paid either way. Brian was going on about how he got an ad. See, this is like, it's just not thinking, right? He was going on. He made this big deal about he got an ad blocker so that I wouldn't get paid when he clicked on the videos.
Idiot.
He bought a YouTube ad blocker. We automatically get a percentage of the YouTube. We get paid from that.
They'd hate that we make money. They don't like that.
Yeah, they don't like that this is a job for me. They're like...
All the guys that hate that we make money, I really enjoy our money. I just want you to know. It's really awesome. I just bought a new computer so I can make more videos to be clicked on with more ads so we can make more money.
So, but, you know, I guess Mr. Will's going to take over. I hope Mr. Will takes over. He's got a pretty decent core audience there, I hope he's able to carry Uncle Brian's torch.
He's very like, I know, what's the word you want to use?
I don't even know how to describe him.
I have some ideas. I'm not going to say them now. I've got some ideas.
These characters are awesome. Mr. Swinger, he's got, and the thing is, like Brian
Mr. Swinger's very upset.
Brian had these people duped. He became a celebrity. Like Mr. Will would invite him on, like onto these lives. Like he was this great celebrity guest. You know what I mean? He's got this one guy, DRC Racing, I think it is. I don't even know. He was in on it. He's got this other guy, Wild Rose Garage, or is it Wild Rose Garage?
No, Wild Rose is awesome.
Wild Rose is awesome, yes.
Wait, no.
No,
Bear Rose is awesome.
Bear Rose is awesome. Wild Rose, yeah.
Bear Rose is awesome.
And they would actually have him on like he was like a celebrity. guys, you were all duped.
You're
It was
so
a
sad.
lark.
Oh
It
no,
was
they're
a
not
lark.
duped. Like they love it. Like they're just that.
Well, no, they do love it, and that's cool, and I want them to love it. But you were duped. You were duped.
Oh, goodness.
We have awesome trolls. One of our trolls, one of our older trolls, one of Brian's alumni, actually made the big time. We had, so, is it
Who?
going back about 2 years ago?
Who made the big time?
I'll tell you who made the big time.
Who?
Austin Rogers.
Oh yeah, he made the big time.
So listen to this one, right? Listen to this one. So,
We know your name.
oh please. So there was a guy, and
We forgot Darth Hemi. We'll never.
oh, Darth
forget
Hemi. I will never
Hemi.
forget Darth Hemi. Darth Hemi is one of my favorite psychos. Darth Hemi, but Darth Hemi isn't driven enough to actually. Well,
He's not motivated.
he's not
enough.
motivated enough. Where Mr. Will, for some reason, is motivated enough to like carry on the torch.
Of what? I'm not sure.
I don't know, but God bless him. So
Like, I think. But I'm not going to say it. Go ahead.
So in Brian's troll farm, there was this guy that would post under different names, and I can't remember all of the names, but one of his associates or whatever contacted us and said, "Hey, I know the guy who's saying all of these things about you," and he gave us the name. So the name was Austin. The guy's name is Austin Rogers, and he's in Baxter, Tennessee, and he runs a
Some
place.
people are lost. They don't know what's going on.
Oh, geez, guys, I'm sorry.
We
You're
have a
gonna have to.
major troll that's
You-
been like harassing us for like 5 years.
He hasn't been harassing us. He's been highlighting us.
Oh, okay. Well, his followers harass us then.
No, they highlight us. You look at things the
Oh
wrong
no!
way.
When I get emails about stuff, that's harassment. Sorry.
That just means they really mean it.
Mm.
So
Well, yeah, they really mean it. Okay.
one of the members of the troll farm was Austin Rogers, who lives in Baxter, Tennessee, which is near Cookville. Cookville. Just north of Cookville, and he has an engine shop called Paragon Motors. This guy was a hardcore troll. I mean, hardcore troll. Never missed a beat. And then at one point on a live, I called him out.
Caleb wants to know how to get the inside scoop on the trolls, like so many of y'all have. How do you get the inside scoop?
You just got to be around. So now, listen to this one. This guy, Austin Rogers and Paragon Motors, has teamed up with Derek at Vice Grip Garage. So now the two of them are like this.
Uh-huh.
It's a crazy world. It's a crazy, crazy world.
You know what I love? I love when the people that follow the trolls are in the chat and they talk to one
Oh,
another.
they're all in here right now.
Oh yeah, I
They're
see
all in
them.
here
I
right
see
now.
some of them. They're always in there. Always in there. I see you guys.
Hi,
I
guys.
see you guys. Aaron Hoff sent you $20.
Well, thank you.
Not a Mopar guy, but I'm helping my father-in-law build his 200K mile 360 into a 416 stroker.
Cool.
Is there any benefit to have it internally balanced? CNC Motorsports offers internal balancing pretty cheap. Answer at your leisure.
Okay, so internal balance is all right. If you're not going to operate it over, let's say 6,000 RPM, it's not worth it for that, for the sake of balance in itself. But there's the ease of converter swapping or flywheel swapping and everything, because the 360 has external flywheel, external balance flywheel, external balance torque converter. So you have to find a specific 360 converter to go with. Although, wait a second, you're talking about a stroker. Yes, I'm sorry. If you're doing a stroker, definitely internally balance it. It's worth it. It's worth the extra couple of dollars. Yes, do it.
Let's see. Dee Speed Shop.
Diddy Speed Shop.
Me and Danny are the ultimate trolls.
You guys troll me
We're
like crazy.
playing the long game by befriending you guys to gain more trust. The truth will come out. Love y'all. See, well, that's what people do.
That's what people do.
I mean, I can
I
think
know.
of one huge troll right now that was in the comments like every other comment.
Which one?
Mr. Will was every other comment. Like he insisted that I
Oh,
would read his
please.
comments.
I know. Mr. Will's special. He's special.
He
He's
like
special.
needed to be important. But he hates us.
Dudes, I have been trolled by the best. I've been trolled by Freiberger. I've been trolled.
Uncle Brian is really Jeff Allen, he says.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
There's actually people who have researched. See, I don't have to do any of this stuff. Other people will do it just out of the hobby. He's been all of his records have been checked. All of his things have been verified or unverified. So I know all of the truths. I know all of the truths. But again, see, it's not my place. It wasn't really my place to talk about it because then it looks like, oh, it's just
But
me
you're
versus
talking
him.
about it because you think it's funny.
But now that he's gone, now that he's like,
Well, he'll be back.
he's done.
He's
Well,
not
I hope
done.
he does come back.
He's watching this right now.
Brian, if you're watching this, please come back. I mean, you honestly did our channel a service because you brought people to us. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, those people are going to watch us anyway.
They're gonna. Well, he brought new people.
Let's see. Let's see.
But you guys got duped hard.
He was in the witness protection program and blew his cover. Yeah. If he comes back, the comments will be turned off on every video. Maybe.
I can't believe he folded so easy, though. I mean, seriously, one video on a relatively small channel, and boom, he just yanks the plug. It kind of boggles my mind. I'm a little disappointed.
Let's see. I'm new here. Any update on slide hammer?
No, I haven't touched it.
Bring back the burnout chicken. We don't have chickens anymore.
No, but Crystal's got chickens now, so maybe we can have Crystal's chicken
That's
do
true.
a burnout.
That is true. Let's see. That's what I thought too. New Guys Garage says. What did you think? What did he think too? What did you say?
I don't know.
I don't know either. I'm sorry. They're still taking up for him. Yeah, Dakota. Of course they are. They're nuts. Okay, so Riff Raff says Uncle Brian is a drill sergeant and served in Afghanistan and Iraq and is the leader of the Boston chapter of the Hells Angels. Okay, so if that's true, so why would you sit around and just troll our channel daily, sometimes multiple times a day?
He's joking. He's joking. He's joking.
If that were the case, but I know that, but that's what he said.
Yeah, I know, but he's joking. He's being sarcastic.
Let's see. You guys says I couldn't believe how easy he was to take out. Prism sent you $10.
Thank you.
When are you going to get back to the Jeep build, and do y'all do commission builds?
This week, and no, we don't do any commission builds. I do work on other people's cars, but there's no exceptions to this. No, zero exceptions. You have to live within a very reasonable distance of my shop. So I won't touch anybody's car that lives outside of, let's say, a 20 or 25 mile radius of Murfreesboro, Tennessee. Nashville, about as far as I go. Shelbyville, as far as I go that way. But I work on other people's cars. There's no money ever changes hands. I only do it for content, because in my mind it's a conflict of interest. If I work on their cars and I charge them and then use it as content, it's a conflict of interest. So anybody whose car I work on, rule number one is that they have to be within immediate distance of my shop, and number two, no money ever changes hands.
Ari says howdy.
Ari, what's happening, brother?
Howdy, Tony. Howdy, all. Have you heard from the guy with the blue GTX with the Hemi?
Yeah, we talk to Andy occasionally. Last week, actually.
Yeah. Back getting better? Kathy waiting
Yes.
on you hand and foot?
No.
I haven't stopped moving.
No, I mean, I've been moving around. I've been like hobbling, kind of like bent over and stuff. I've been pretty useless for anything except maybe like petting dogs and doing live streams, But no, I'm walking around now. I'm standing up straight. Over the next couple of days, I'll be able to start lifting things.
Why do you only want local cars / people? Honest curiosity.
Because dealing with the car, in other words, long distance things take different types of commitment, and I don't want my commitment is to making content. My commitment is not to working on cars. So if somebody's going to ship a car over, or it's a long distance thing, and I got to stay in a hotel while we do this, it puts a pressure on the situation that I don't need to deal with and I don't want to deal with. But if you live in the area, then it's no big deal to drop the car off and, hey, I'll see you in a couple of days. All right, great, bye, and that's the end of that. So it's a matter of no pressure. I don't want any pressure with that. What?
No, nothing.
What?
Just people in the chat.
What?
No, just people in the chat.
Go on. What did they say?
No, they didn't say anything. Just some names in the chat.
Oh,
that
who?
I see. Don't worry about it.
No, tell me who.
Don't worry. Nothing
Don't be
important.
like that. Tell me
Nothing
who.
important to you.
Who? Yes. Who's
Let's
the names
see.
in the chat?
Oh, French Onion is here. Cabral will
Hey,
be
French
back.
Onion.
He's just having a temper tantrum.
He deleted his whole channel over a temper tantrum.
Well, think about this, because like this is something that comes up that like I kind of see. It's like they'll get on and they will bash and say the worst stuff.
Yeah.
They'll attack personally. They attack looks. They attack everything. Everything. Like children, really, like little babies
Yes.
do.
And they threaten to beat you up.
And they threaten to beat you up.
And
Right.
shoot you.
And shoot you. Right. But then, like, they say all of these horrible things. But then, like, if anybody says the slightest thing, like, against them, it's like they explode, like they're monsters. And that's like the basis of narcissism. Like narcissists really can't handle even the slightest criticism.
I know.
Like when you told Mr. Will what he said was stupid, like he fucking lost it.
Oh, no, he's been on a rampage ever since.
He's been on a rampage because that's like what narcissistic personalities do. Like they can say whatever they want. They can abuse whoever they want as much as they want.
Yeah.
But, you know, God forbid you say anything in retaliation, it's like, ah, the monster comes out. Oh, what's that?
Somebody's having fun. Listen, it takes all kinds of cookies to fill the bag.
They can't take what they give. Yeah, exactly.
It takes all kinds of cookies to fill the bag. You've
Yeah.
got all of these different personalities. So YouTube is a melting pot, and some people just get triggered. It's crazy, but it's part of it. It's part of the game. That's why if you want to be in YouTube, you want to do this stuff, you better have a thick skin. You gotta let everything roll off your back. You gotta let everything roll off your back, and just understand that the bigger you get, the bigger a target you become, and you just deal with it.
I think that thing that happened with Mr. Will, it wasn't even like it was like you were trying to like do anything, but he kept saying the same thing over and over again. Like he wanted to make his point that what you did was stupid with
It was a
him.
power play.
Right.
Right.
He said it on the videos multiple times. He would keep saying it in the chat multiple times. And this kind of went on for days.
I know.
And then like I read it again and I was like, you want to address this? Like that's why I read it again, because I was like you had addressed it to him. You know, you explained everything.
Well, I made a whole video explaining
Right,
what I
made
did.
a whole video, and then you even explained it to him, but he insisted on taking that stance, and then you're like, all right, that's it, I've had it. And then he didn't like that.
Right.
And then he turned. It's crazy.
Good Mr. Will, evil Mr. Will.
Right, yeah, yeah. Jekyll and Hyde. That's what these personalities are. But you notice, like, they're never really stable. They're always, like,
I know.
on the
I
edge,
know.
you know?
They're on the edge. I know.
Always on the
I know.
edge.
I know. But that's what I'm saying. It takes all kinds of cookies to fill the bag. Some people are level-headed and calm and normal and everything else, and some people are just bonkers. You know what I mean? Like they're just rocked. And they
Joe
all
Brennan
come.
says we're on the edge.
they all click the same way. You know what I'm saying? They all click the same way, so you never know what you're going to get.
You never know what's going to trigger somebody.
Right.
Yeah. Like you never know what you're going to say. Like something as simple as that turned into like, I'm going to destroy you. Like really? Good luck with that.
Well, okay, so you have to put this in perspective now, all right? He had like, I don't know, he had like
Cuckoo
12...
for Cocoa Puffs, yeah.
He had like 12 subscribers, whatever it was,
Well,
right?
yeah, that's another thing. If you attack us, you get subs.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
Because that's the only way they can get them. They don't have anything relevant to say.
So he had like 12 subscribers or 40 subscribers,
talent.
whatever he had. It doesn't make any difference. It was a handful of subs. But what he
Or
did
a
was
personality.
he made a video about me, tagged me in it, and then like went off on this whole like neutral drops are stupid thing, whatever it was. And he picked up 700 subs from it.
Yeah. We've got 540 people watching.
He picked up 700 subs from that.
This is a hot topic.
And that became his thing. Now he's going to carry this torch because...
Well, I'm sure other people have done it too, you know, like let's attack UTG so we get subs and people notice us and we can tag them all we want. And
so, seriously.
That's the internet.
I'm being 100% serious. I'm being 1,000% serious. Anybody who's watching this channel right now, if you want to grow your channel, right? If you want to get subs, you want to get some notoriety, right? Make a video calling me out on something. It doesn't make a difference what it is.
Oh yeah,
Just
attack us.
call me out on it, right? It could be real or it could be something that you make up. It does not make a difference. Make a video about me, go off on a tirade, make sure you've got a lot of emotion in it, right? And then tag us in it. Uncle Tommy's Garage, tag us in it. You will get subs.
Oh,
You'll pick up, like I'm not joking, you'll pick up hundreds of subs overnight. It's a way to grow your channel.
You.
What's that?
And then we can make fun of them and it gives us material.
I don't even have to make fun of them. I'm just saying, it's a way that you can grow your channel. Now, it helps us because it's more exposure. The YouTube analytics, the algorithm, it doesn't care if you like us or don't like us. All it knows is that we've been tagged and your video got this kind of reaction. So therefore, it makes YouTube share our videos even more. Oh, the dogs are going nuts in there. So yeah, it's a surefire way to, like, if you got a channel that's just kind of like languishing a little bit, you want to get it, sparked up. I just gave you the formula. Literally hundreds of subs in a day.
Yeah, but if they're actually good at something, they don't want to do that.
I don't care. It doesn't make any difference. I'm just telling them what to do.
I'm saying, like, if they have, like, value to offer, they don't want to do that.
Well,
They'll get subs on their own just because they're good at what they do.
But baby, I'm just giving advice to anybody who wants to give it a shot. If 10 people who are watching this right now take me up on that, our numbers will skyrocket.
You want people to troll us.
Yes, I want people to troll us.
Funny. Dogs, birds, and crickets. Yep.
Yes, it's a beautiful night. It's crisp out.
It's cold. I'm actually
cold. It's like 45 degrees. But it's nice out. It's beautiful.
Okay. Thumper says, Kathy, tell Tony I'm in. Okay, Thumper's going to start trolling us.
Go for it, bro. Go for it.
Let's see. T-shirt idea. Bye, Brian.
No, I don't want to.
Yeah, who cares?
I don't.
He's not that important.
Like I said, I feel bad for the guy. I honestly do. I always have, and I've said it 1,000 times. But our viewers.
Some people sub to UTG to make their blood pressure higher.
Yes.
This is true. Yeah, this is true. Let's see. What does it say? Raining Slant 6 with a chance of cannonball says, hey Tony and Kathy, boy, you're really overdosing us on lives lately. But I might as well face it, I'm addicted to lives. Gotta hear it with Robert Palmer playing in the background. R.I.P. Robert Palmer. Thanks. Uh-oh. Okay, there's my chat. Let's see. How do you capture and repost anyway? Capture what? Capture, like, video? Or capture comments?
I don't know.
I use the snipping tool to capture comments. I have a bunch of them.
Oh yeah, we'll do a mean comments video eventually. DD Speed Shop did a mean comments video. Or they've done a couple of them. We're gonna do one too.
Dirty Knob sent $2. Uncle T book, Cannolis and Modern Warfare. That's a good idea.
Thank you.
So Thumper, when are you starting? When's the first attack? I say Thumper's saying at 2 Hex Garage, you want to have a mock fight too. We will get NGG in on it as well. I'll be fighting one another. That would be funny. And then nobody could tell like which fight is real and which fight is fake.
But guys, any of the trolls who are watching this, go to Mr. Will's channel because he will do regular lives
Well,
and stuff
if
like that.
Mr. Will is watching, where does he go?
I think Mr. Will is capable of like taking over the Brian spot.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh.
So
Let's
if
see.
you're of the troll, persuasion, honestly, I'm dead serious. Make your way over to Mr. Will's, and I think that all of the traditional or the hardcore trolls will all end up over there. And I think that's the next. I think that'll be the next
I
big
can't
thing.
wait. Wild one. I will buy a UTG Sanford shirt though. I'm gonna use Sanford shirt. Let's see. DD Speed Shop. Hardcore is a cuss word? Huh? Is it?
Could have fooled me.
I didn't know that. Oh, Toll Garage did it already. Oh yeah, remember him? Whatever happened to him? I haven't heard that name in a
Oh,
long
Toll Garage.
time.
Yeah, he was a good troll.
Yeah. He used our channel to boost himself. Remember that?
Oh God, we've had so many awesome trolls over the years.
Oh, that's funny.
There was Toll Garage. There was Tall John's Fun Shop. Lamb Chop did some trolling.
Two Hex says, not knowing if it's real is the best part. Keep them thinking. I think we go for it.
Go for what?
The fighting. Let's just start fighting with all the different channels. I think it'll be great.
We don't have to fight. We just have to make our regular videos, and then they pile on.
With us.
Yeah.
Oh, funny. Everyone wants to be a star. Yes, they do, Steve. Yep,
They do.
They sure do. One way or the other. Let's see.
What other trolls have we? Well, we had the one troll. Now he's made it big time.
Lots.
I think that's pretty impressive.
Oh, he's working with
He's
Vice
working with Vice Grip, yeah. It's great.
Oh yeah, wonderful. I have no other comment on that.
Austin Rogers.
Yeah. Uncle Tony needs a good challenge. Oh yeah. Well, you
Yeah,
gotta keep
I can always
things-
use a good, but none of this really presents a challenge. It
Who's
helps
that?
us.
Caleb Parker says he was a troll. He would bash us like constantly.
He used all different. He used like 10 different names. One of them was a rotating engine stand company. And
Precision? No,
I don't remember.
I don't remember.
I don't remember.
I
but
don't want to say the wrong name.
he used like 10 different names, but it was Austin Rogers, Paragon
Oh, that's
Engines
it. Paragon. Sorry,
in
not Precision. I'm
Baxter,
sorry.
Tennessee, and now he's teamed
I
up with
misspoke.
Vice Grip.
Recipe for YouTube success. Cold War Motors says. Oh wait, Cold War Motors. Hang on.
Oh yeah, she's drinking out of your cup.
I'm drinking out of your mug, Cold War Motors. Thank you so much. So wait, what did he say? Recipe for YouTube success. Slow French cars and unlimited profanity. Oh wait. Let's see. Uncle Tony, you have an awesome personality and common sense. That's worth gold, Glenn Norberg says.
Well, thank
That's
you, man.
very nice.
I appreciate
Glenn.
that.
That's really nice. Jesse Wayne, yeah, everyone wants to be a star but don't want to put the work in. They just want to hand it to them. Well, that's what they say that we do, that we don't work. Like none of these cars, they just, I guess they just magically like put themselves together
My
or
favorite-
paint themselves, or the engines are built by themselves. Like, I really don't understand. They're like, oh, Tony talks too much. Well, Tony talks and puts the cars together.
But talking is what I get paid to do.
Right, because he explains things to people.
Right, that's what I do. My favorite
And before he
criticism.
talked, he used to write. Believe
Right, he used to
it
be a
or
writer.
not.
My favorite criticism is that, oh, he does it for the money. Well, duh, this is my job. This
Yeah,
is what
this is our job.
This is my job. Of course I do it for the money. I mean, duh.
What about those tires? What about them? Oh, he's not going to tell about
I'm not going to
them.
tell you what those are for yet.
Let's see. I have learned a ton from Uncle Tony, Kugario G says. That's really awesome.
Thank you. That's
We're
what we're
happy
here
about
for.
that.
That's our purpose is to entertain, inform, get people thinking, and make money at the same time. It's a crazy
Make
balance.
a living, like to
Right.
support our family. Right. Like it's a crazy concept. Den capitalists.
They only do it for the money.
They only do.
Well, if I didn't make money on it, I would have to do something else, and then I wouldn't have the time to do this.
Because like we love our family, and we like to like feed them and things like that on Sundays. Father Metal sent you $20.
Thank you.
Your knowledge of Mopars is truly inspiring. I think I'll drop a slant 6 into my Chrysler 200. Is that
could be
big
fun.
enough for Chrysler 200?
Yeah, I mean, it would it would be some major surgery, but yeah,
Yeah.
you could do it. It'd be fun.
See Roma, woof woof woof. Brian's at the door.
I'm waiting for one of these guys to show up.
Well,
over there.
people do show up.
People show up.
Yeah, that needs to stop.
They literally
Like
show
that,
up
we're
at
not
the
really
door.
fans of that
Right.
at all. Not a good thing. Let's see. Todd Denio, Cold War Motors, DD Speed Shop, and Uncle Tony are 3 of my favorite channels.
Thank you.
Oh, Andy's in here somewhere. Let's see.
Andy,
Andy,
you know
good to see everyone here tonight. Yeah. Yep. There's a lot of comments. I'm trying. I'm sorry. I know I'm not reading
it's
a
an
lot.
active night.
It's an active night. I wonder why. Let's see. Uninvited visitors are rude. Sorry.
We get them very often. So
We were going out the other day and somebody pulled up.
yeah.
And it's a little unsettling, actually, because you don't know.
We're walking outside. We were on our way to
Yeah.
what? Get the chickens, or we were doing
Something. I
something.
don't remember what we were doing.
We're on our way out, and a truck pulls up in front of the house.
Yeah.
And as I'm getting into my Jeep, the guy goes, "Tony?" And I'm
Yeah. Right.
like, "Yeah." Oh, I just came from Cletus and Cars, and I'm on my way to wherever it was. It's like the other across
Like,
the
I
country.
know that they don't realize. They don't realize.
They don't realize.
They don't know.
They don't.
Like, we're not mad, but it is a little
It's just
disturbing
weird. Yeah.
sometimes. Or that one time that the car stopped in front of us as we were driving to block us. And then they got out of the car and started walking back.
Yeah.
That's a little unnerving. Like, you wouldn't do that to, like, anybody unless you were mad.
In a million years, I would never dream of showing up at somebody's door like that.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, we love you guys. We really do, but not that much. We don't want you on our front lawn. Like, uninvited. Let's see.
I've had people camp out at the shop.
That's
like,
that's weird.
literally
Yeah.
camp out at
I
the
know,
shop.
but I guess sometimes they drive a long way. And so the few people that you met, you were very good. You were very nice.
Well, the one guy did threaten to shoot.
Well, that was one odd thing.
Yeah, but I mean, I
let's
had
move
to.
past that.
You know what I'm saying? I had to, because it was like this guy was like,
Andy says my parents raised me better than that. Yeah.
but
Tony needs a licensed impersonator.
so
Funny.
it's weird. It's really weird. You know.
It's kind of creeper stuff, yeah.
Wait, you
I
don't
heard
hear?
about the coffee. Oh, Ralph is on. I'm fully prepared to become an Uncle Tony body double for security purposes.
You'd have to lose a few pounds.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, that was bad, Tony. That was not nice.
Okay, the thing is, I'm not a female movie star. Okay, so think about this, okay? Think about this. Now, I can understand that if I was like this voluptuous 23-year-old, like, you know, twerking, whatever it is, okay? And you would expect, like, middle-aged guys and shit to show up at their, you know what I mean? Because, like, it's wrong, it's creepy, it's freaking weird, but you expect it. You know what I'm saying? You say, oh, well, you know, that kind of makes sense. You know what I mean? But no, I'm a middle-aged guy. And when other middle-aged guys show up at your fucking door,
All right, calm
you
down.
know what I'm saying?
Relax.
It's like, hey, wait, okay, this is really weird, okay?
Relax.
You may not realize how weird this is, bro, but
Right, but they watch, and they enjoy what we do. They watch the videos.
Yes,
and you were like way down the list of the people that he visited, so I wouldn't take it as like some big deal.
I had one guy that was driving from Florida to Texas. Now keep in mind now, Florida
We love
to
you
Texas
guys, we really do.
is a straight line. You know, you take 10 across, okay? This guy drove 400
Middle-aged Tony
miles.
plans to live to 120.
Well, I'm old. I'm old. This guy drove 400 miles north and then 400 miles south. He went 800 miles out of his way to just show up at my shop unannounced
Right.
with his
Just
daughter.
say hi. It's okay. But that was a while ago.
That was a while ago.
Yeah, a long time ago. Okay.
It's
So
it's
fine.
crazy.
It's fine.
It's crazy.
It's okay. We love you guys. We really, really do. Let's see. So, middle-aged self-hatred equals MASH. I don't know what that means, Ari.
Well, Ari said it, so therefore it's valid.
I'm out on the channel thing now. Thanks. Okay, Brett. Oh, let's see. Oh, Brett doesn't want a channel. Is that what he's saying?
Oh, he doesn't want a channel?
Make a channel.
Dude, you're going to have to deal with all kinds of craziness. It just comes with the territory. You know?
You guys garage says nobody's showing up to see me anytime soon, hopefully.
Don't be surprised. Don't be surprised.
French onions laughing. Bring beer.
I don't drink.
Right.
I don't drink. I'm not
Brett
social.
says nope, I hate people and cars.
Yeah, I'm not social. I don't do small talk. I don't do autographs.
Small talk is very hard.
Yeah, I don't do, right. I
It's
don't.
easy for some people, though. Some people really thrive on that. Everybody's different. Like, that's what people don't understand. And then they're like, oh, I hate you guys because you don't do this or you don't do that or you're not friendly. Tony is very friendly.
I'm very friendly.
He's extremely friendly and he's an extremely kind person. Like, he really, really is. Like, he'll give you the shirt off his back if you freaking need it. But, like, seriously, not everyone is the
I
same.
like small talk as long as it doesn't have anything to do with cars. Like, okay, if I engage in conversation, if I engage in a conversation, I have a purpose to the conversation. Like, I don't just do small talk. There's a reason I'm talking to you. And the reason is I'm trying to learn something, okay? So, with my background, and I don't mean to, I don't want to sound conceited. I'm just saying it the way it is. With my background in cars, an entire lifetime of doing all of these different things with cars and all these different businesses I've been in. There's very, very, very few people that I can have a conversation with that I can learn something from. And so I don't really want to have a conversation about cars. Unless you're like an expert. If you're like, like for instance, if you're an absolute expert ace on 4-link rear suspensions, okay? And then we can have a conversation and I can learn from you because you know the science, the hardcore science of this. And you know when you cross weight this much, you go a quarter turn that way, and what happens is the reaction does this. And I go, oh, right? Because...
Wait, Benjamin C said something important.
Good.
He says, I felt weird just sending you guys stuff. Can't imagine showing up unannounced. People are crazy. We love what you sent us. Like, we really do. We love that UTG plaque. It is on the wall above my desk. I see it every single day. Like, we really, really appreciate that. That was just like the nicest thing.
Absolutely. And the models, those things are beautiful. They're beautiful. But we don't solicit anything. We prefer that you don't send us anything. We're the kind of people, I'm the kind of person, if you give me something, I feel compelled to give you something in return.
We don't have anything of value.
I have nothing of real value. You know what I mean? I'll end up taking a cylinder head off one of my cars. Here.
Right. Did you want a cylinder head?
I ported this. Here. Right? You know what I'm saying? It's like, so if I can't reciprocate, I don't, so people, I know, they feel grateful because they learned something from us or whatever it is, and they want to send something as a token of their appreciation. And I appreciate that. And some channels thrive on that. They live for that. Send me stuff, I'm just not like that. You know what I mean? I'm just not like that. So
Benjamin C says, "Oh shucks."
But like I said, I'm people all the time, oh, I want to come to the shop. I want to talk to you. I want to bench race and this and everything. And those are things I don't do. I don't bench race. I don't want to talk about the stuff. Like if you come over and you want to talk economics, or you want to talk about history having nothing to do with cars, or you want to talk about psychology.
Speed Shop says, careful when you give something, you end up with a head in return.
Well, yeah, that's...
Yeah. Uh-huh.
He gave us a distributor and an attack, which went right into a Sledgehammer.
What?
He gave
The
us
tactic,
yeah
not the distributor.
no. Well, I used parts from the distributor
Okay.
to.
Let's see. Um,
Poppy has to come out.
I wonder what Vice Grip deals with in terms of people dropping by. Who knows?
I can't
I
imagine.
would not want to trade places. I'll tell you that
I
right
can't
now.
imagine.
Yeah.
But then he has Austin Rogers.
Right. Yeah. 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 I would not want that. Just dropped by Whistling Diesel. Oh my God. Yeah. No.
No,
Horrible.
no, I would
Horrible.
never do that. I would never
I
do
can't
that.
believe like how many people stalk him. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
No, I would never. So there is a hierarchy. You know what I mean? So it's like if I invite a smaller channel for whatever reason, that's cool, but it's not proper for a smaller channel to invite. So it's the same thing with these bigger channels, like Whistle and Diesel is a giant channel. I would never approach him. If he decided to approach me, that's a different story. So there's kind of like a what's the word I'm looking for?
There's a pecking order.
There's a pecking order, and you have to
Yeah.
respect that pecking order, or you're not cool.
Right. Yeah.
And then you got other channels that are like kind of like you equal, like DD Speed Shop, and it's just like we just we hit it right off because
Right.
it's like we're coming from the same place.
Let's see. What's your favorite junkyard in Middle Tennessee? Parker Russell wants to know.
I don't really have one.
There aren't any.
There aren't any. There's no more traditional junkyards around here. It's just pull parts.
Hierarchy, yeah. As far as like channels go. Yes, Diesel. Okay, I enjoyed hearing about your street racing exploits in New York City. Those happen.
Yeah.
People are like, that didn't happen. It's all over the internet.
There's dozens of
the
magazines
internet.
out there with
And there's threads. You
Right.
can like look up whatever you want to look up, and you'll find it.
Anything
if you
I have
really
ever-
want to research it, you'll find it.
I've done a lot of stuff in my life. I have never brought up anything in public, like on these lives or anything, or in a video, that can't be independently verified. So if I tell a story, or if and I don't mean like personal stories, like me and my friend broke a window, whatever it happens to. I don't mean like that. But I mean, if I'm talking about a car or a thing or an event or anything of any significance, I never mention it unless I know that it's independently verifiable. You can find this article online. You can find that magazine online. You can see that car online. So it's like, it's all, and I'm careful to do that. I'm careful to do that.
See, that's one of the great things about Peg Zip Ties. He shouts out smaller channels, DD Speed Shop. Yeah.
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 Oh, hey.
And you try and do that too. I think you have always like tried to promote smaller channels.
Well, when we first got started,
Like you always try and bring other people up.
when we first got started, Peg threw us a shout out, and that got us thousands of subscribers right off the bat. And who else? There was John at Chop Shop Underground. I don't know if he's still doing it or not. He threw us a shout out, and that got us like 1,000 subs. Who else was there? Scotty Kilmer threw us a shout out,
he did.
and we picked up like 30 or 40,000 subs off of that.
That was really nice of him.
Yeah, so all along the line, we've been fortunate enough to have larger channels shout us out and give us big boosts in our growth, and so we try to return that favor. And we always, if we see a channel that's doing something different, unique, interesting, or just with a lot of ambition or a lot of heart, we shout them out too. Trying to pass it on. It was done for us, and now we try to do it for others.
Lazy A-Hole Ranch. Y'all have always been awesome to the smaller channels. You helped us hit 1,000. I'll never forget that.
We try.
We tried. Thank you.
When you succeed, we succeed. It's like we feel good about it. Babe, would you let her out?
No.
But she's jumping. She was just jumping
No,
up and
she's
down.
fine. She's gonna
She's
come
a
out here and
good girl.
scream. Nope, not letting her out. Absolutely not.
They want to be outside with
Nope.
Daddy.
Not letting her out. Diesel came from Peg's channel. Cool. That's cool. We love him. He's awesome.
Yeah, DD Speed Shop came from his channel
We
also.
love them too. They're awesome.
That's how we met them,
Yeah.
because he mentioned he said, hey, check out this channel. If it looks cool, you give them a shout out. And they were just trying to get to their 57,000th sub, and they were giving away a 57 Chevy, and that's when we tuned into them, and the rest is history. And he owes most of his success to us. You know.
Yeah, of course. Of course. Scotty Kilmer is a heavyweight in YouTube. Roll up your windows. Yeah. Says nothing special. What's up? Cope Racing Transmissions. Hello.
What's up, John?
Thanks for sharing my trans explanation video, he says.
Oh, you do great stuff. John Cope Transmissions. Any of you guys do anything with torque flights, with transmissions in general? John Cope Racing. Go over there and sub to his channel. He's a great guy. He knows his shit. He's hands-on. He's actually out there. He actually goes out and races and stuff. He doesn't just like talk about the stuff. So yeah, we've got so many good people.
You gave Kim Fixes Things a shout out.
Of course I
They
did.
were working on the mini bike. Let's see. Let's test the shout out theory. Shout out One-Eyed Cat.
Didn't we do that already?
We did. We did. Like we got a lot of people to their 500 subs. Like
Yeah.
we did that. You know, we did do that. We tried to do as much as we possibly could. I found DD off Tony mentioning his channel. Jason Fitch says, awesome.
Most people did.
That's not true. He earned his subs. His subs are not all our subs. They're different people. There's lots of Chevy people.
Yeah, no, he's
Yeah.
He's
That
definitely
would
earned
never
his subs.
ever sub to us.
It's not easy coming up with those clickbait titles and thumbnails day after day after day, and
Oh
he
yeah,
does it.
he's very creative.
He's very creative.
Oh my goodness. Joe Brennan says I found UTG via Scotty Kilmer.
Yeah.
That's awesome, Joe. That's very cool. I only want shouted out if I actually go for it, but I'm not into it.
That's the other thing. The trolls. There's an overwhelming thing. It's like, I don't want a big channel. I post videos every
Oh
day.
yeah, no, they don't want to be like that. God forbid. They don't want subscribers.
Right.
Oh my, that's like a horrible thing. We don't want subscribers like those people. We're better than that. It's idiotic. You guys are idiotic. Who thinks like that?
The trolls.
Kinsey's Taste Sex Miracle, $4.99.
Thank you.
Building a 360 with 100,000 miles. Notice the timing gears are plastic coated. This is a pretty stock engine going in a truck with 410 gears.
Yeah, but put an aftermarket set. That's the original timing set, the plastic coated timing set, and their lifespan is about 90,000 miles. So you're way past that. Just put a steel timing set in it. Make sure you check everything. Make sure that it's indexed correctly. You know, because there's a lot of variations, a lot of weirdnesses. Make sure that both gears match the chain, because I've seen that a number of times now, and just very recently, where the teeth, the pitch on the teeth of the timing gear didn't match the pitch of the teeth on the cam gear. So make sure that the chain fits equally, you know, and make sure all your timing marks are right, because this quality control and that stuff is just beyond in the toilet. But definitely change that gear up.
New Guys Girl says, I can't even remember how I found UTG. Been a long time.
It came to you in a vision.
In a vision.
It came to you in a vision. We do that sometimes.
Franco, I just like to bullshit on the phone. Send me your phone number. I'll give it to Tony.
See, Franco I could sit and bench race with,
Yeah.
because it's different. It's kind of different.
Let's see. It's the nitro thing. They can
Yeah.
talk about nitro. I'm late because I was watching Saturday Night Live UTG, Daniel Strayer says. That's awesome. Let's see. New Guys Guitar, I found UTG through Dan at NNG.
Okay.
I saw a thumbnail with a mannequin head and crystal need metal, says. Is that how you found UTG need metal? People found us in so many different ways.
I told you stuff like that sticks on people's heads. You're like, that's stupid. I'm like, no,
No, I
it's
didn't say that's stupid. What is that noise?
I'm rubbing my boots together.
Oh, I
Like
thought
a
it was
cricket.
like a cat or something.
No, no.
A kitten.
I'm like a cricket.
Okay. Let's see. Dry humor makes my eyes water. Found this channel because of a vapor lock issue. Awesome, Wayne. Yeah, that video got a lot of views.
Yeah.
Yeah, the birds went to bed. Cheating is competing. Says you were sitting on a pink bike the first time I seen you. Yeah, a kid's bike. Yeah,
Right.
a pink kid's bike.
That was a big
Could
video.
you imagine? Like that's the first video somebody watches and you're sitting on the
But
kid's bike.
see, that's why I tell you stuff like that sticks in people's heads.
Yeah. Well, you gotta click on it.
Yep.
It's like, why is he sitting on a kid's bike?
But a distributor.
Yep, that was a good video though.
It was. I don't even remember the video. I just remember the thumbnail.
Excuse me, I'm yawning. I think that one got a lot of views. Your 3 team will run telling the truth about the green screen. What green screen?
I have no idea. What's the story?
Oh, everything is fabricated. Yeah, there's green screens
Yeah,
everywhere.
3-18-1 is a good guy, but I want to know what he's.
I have no idea. I don't know. I just got like a notification in my email for Fabo. Like
Okay.
they tell me what the hot topics are and that I should go check them out.
Are we there now?
I don't know.
We're always a hot topic.
The
at
last
Fabo.
time I looked, I kind of got disgusted and I was like, I'm really done with this whole channel. Like,
What-
you people are really sick.
What's this green screen thing though?
I have no idea. I don't know.
Let's see if they respond.
Okay, Winston. I remember hearing someone somewhere talking mess about UTG, and I thought to myself, need to see for myself before I cast stones. Glad I didn't. Been here ever since.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. That
Funny.
is what I've been saying 1,000 times. See, she gets upset. She sees the trolls. She sees these threads in like Fabo and stuff like that, where they're like, UTG, he eats cats, and whatever it is, right? They'll come up with these crazy
I don't
things.
like that it's very personal, and sometimes it's even people that like I know and I've talked to, and I'm
Yeah,
like,
I know, but it doesn't make any
I
difference.
see you saying those things.
She gets upset about stuff like
And
that.
then don't come and try and talk to me. Like,
But don't worry
do that.
about it. Don't worry about it. So,
No, but see, that's what they do. They try and get to you through me.
but
That's what they do.
it doesn't make any difference. You don't let it in your head. Don't let it bother you. But what he just said is exactly what I've always said.
Okay, it's
The
easy
tr-
for him to say he doesn't read messages.
No, I don't have time to read
Right,
messages.
because I have to read messages. He eats cats, yeah.
I tell her, I tell everybody, the trolls and the people who talk shit about you are your best friends, because they're the ones people like, this guy I got to check this out. He's that crazy. I got to check this out. And we win either way. Either we get a new viewer that says, what the hell are you talking about? This guy's cool. Or they're like, yeah, he's really, he has a beard, right? Or whatever it is, okay? Either way, we got clicked, we got recognized, it'll get spread, it keeps going. It doesn't matter what you say about me as long as you say it, and then we get publicity.
David Uglum says, auto shop with Tony. Your knowledge is phenomenal, Tony, and I'm not just talking about cars. Your life experience comes through in a lot of different ways.
Well, thank you. I
Thank you,
appreciate
David.
that.
That's really nice. A lot of people do say really nice things, and they
I know,
do send
I know.
really good messages
I know.
as well. And
And,
we appreciate
I always
those.
appreciate it. I always appreciate it.
That helps. Trust me. Beard people are the worst. Cold War Motor says.
He has 2 eyes.
Oh, they made fun of your eyes recently, I think.
Did they?
Yeah. Yeah.
What the hell could you say about my? I
They're
don't have
too
any
little.
Oh,
Yeah.
beady eyes.
Yeah.
He has beady eyes. When he talks, you could see his tongue move.
Uh-huh.
They're nuts.
Yeah. Yeah. Mean Machine Mania says UTG Economics Channel. When you totally changed my mindset on making money in a drastic way.
Nice.
I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing.
It's a good thing. It's a good thing. It's a good thing.
Lifeless eyes.
He has soulless eyes. He has dead eyes. So, no, I have different media projects I want to work on. One of them is going to be a podcast, an automotive podcast, and a weekly thing, and I'm probably going to do it
You do
with
podcasts?
Erie Eric.
Okay, that's
All
cool.
right. Just a generic hot rod car culture type of podcast. We'll do like a weekly thing for like an hour, and I also want to do an economic channel.
Not yet.
Not yet, but an economic channel or an economic oriented channel for gearheads.
Yeah, about cars.
Because we kind of live in a different world than everybody else. You may not realize it because you're one of us, right? But we live in a different world than like the average person who's just a consumer type that doesn't like our collective group, right? Car people. We're and there are exceptions, but car people are generally hands-on. We're generally proactive with things. We like to get involved in things. We like to be challenged and stuff like that. And we deal with commodities, whether you realize it or not. Like every bolt that you own is a commodity. The fender for your car is a commodity. The oil you put in it is a commodity. All these things are commodities. So you may not realize it, but just by virtue of you participating in the car hobby, you're actually participating in a significant, an exclusive segment of the economic world. And I want to do a channel or a podcast that focuses on that.
Charles S. says, bearded, beady-eyed cat eater.
That's me.
That's the next t-shirt.
That's me. And go on Fable and start a thread saying that.
Yeah, totally do it. I'll get a notification for it. And I can watch my friends talk shush about me. They'll talk shush. Okay, Prism sent you $10.
Thank you.
What's the difference between Hall's Effect and HEI distributor?
Hall's Effect uses light as the triggering device, and HEI uses a magnetic pulse.
Very good, Tony. You know so many things.
Well, yes.
But you should really stop talking. You talk too much.
Yes, I know. I should stop talking.
You know why they hate us?
Because they don't know the difference between a Hall's Effect and an HEI?
That and we're happy.
Oh, well, yeah.
We're just
People don't like
generally
to see other
happy
people be happy.
Dada Le Breton, hello.
Hey.
Let's see. Tony the physicist. Let's see.
I'm interested in physics.
What did Greg McDonald say? Oh, the menthol vapors. He's talking to Prism. You ain't got time for that. Gun people are the same way. A 30-minute talk about why you should buy silver, Winston says. Franco says, Spider-Man Freddy and the Brooklyn Angelo stole Susie from the Bronx Zoo. They wheeled him out in a baby carriage.
Susie was Broadway Freddy the name Monkey.
Oh my goodness. Tony's hair is a fake wig.
It's definitely a fake wig. And I dye it.
And you did. Somebody said you dye your hair. Oh my gosh. MLG 1969 sent you $100.
Oh, thank you so much.
He says, I do this because your automotive info is priceless, as well as the fact that you're good people. Don't worry, I won't show up at your house.
Promise?
Thank you, MLG 1969.
Thank you so much.
You're a
We genuinely
totally generous
appreciate that.
person, and we really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Let's see. Can you please flip your back discs for a better performance back? Territory says.
Can I do who?
Flip your back discs. I guess like your pistons. UT is a vampire? No, he just doesn't have gray hair. His beard's starting to gray now.
Yeah.
He's got good genes.
It's patchy.
His whole family is like in their 120s. Like, don't think that he's not middle-aged, because he's gonna like outlive everybody. His whole family is like 100 years old. Like, I'm not joking. Like, on all sides, everyone's crazy old.
That's because only the good die young.
No, that's not it. It's just like you have crazy genes in your family.
You're right, I have crazy genes in my family.
Oh, okay. Benjamin C says that I missed 318 Will Run's comment. Said the green duster behind UT is the green screen. Okay.
Oh,
okay. Now I
get it.
Yeah. UT has a fake arm from the elbow up, the vape says. Yes.
They really want to come out. Let them come out for a few
No,
minutes.
no, no. They're gonna go crazy.
They'll go crazy for a
No,
minute and then
I
they'll come
can't
back. I feel
concentrate.
bad.
They're fine. They're fine. The dogs are fine. They've been out all day.
I love them.
Caleb says my great grandma always saying that she died at 104 years old, almost 105. Yeah. No, Tony's how your great grandmother was 100 and something.
101, I think.
All your grandparents all lived to their 90s. Your parents are still going. Like seriously, like they still. I think there's still aunts alive, like your grandmother's
Who the
sisters.
hell knows? I know there's so many of them. They're old. Yeah.
They're old. They're really old. Your Aunt Marie is old. They're all in their 90s. Everybody's like, yeah, they have crazy genes. Italians do. Let them out. Let them out.
That's what I say.
They're gonna go crazy because there's
Free the
possums
puppies.
that live under the shed.
They'll go crazy
And
for
this
30
time of
seconds.
night, they run out the door and then they scream under the shed.
They'll go crazy for 30 seconds.
No.
What
Uncle
if they
Tony
have-
made my entire family start smoking. Tony.
What if they have to do good girl?
Oh, they don't. They have to bark. That's what they gotta do. My grandfather lived to be 102, so I have that going for me. That's good. Are you gonna race Andy again? Nathan McCree wants to.
Yeah, it's at the end of the year. We'll both get our stuff sorted out, and then we'll do that again. The one run off the trailer, winner take all.
Release the hounds.
Who let the dogs out? Not Kathy.
Do you find that your time doing YouTube has made you better at explaining things?
That's a good question. I
think
don't think so because
I don't think so.
I was remember I was a magazine writer for years.
Yeah, you're
For
good at
years.
writing. And
Hundreds and
explaining things.
hundreds of stories published. So I had that. I've got that in my background. So no, I think me explaining things on YouTube is kind of like an offshoot of my magazine days.
Let's see. Let them out. My dogs like to listen to. Well, they're quiet now. They're all laying down, except for Darla. She's staring out the window.
She's a good girl.
YouTube is both good and bad. Internet can lie. Just saying. Yes. Let's see. Have you? Ryan says, Tony, have you ever had to make your own adapter plate from engine to trans?
No, I mean, there have been well, okay, so motor plates. I've made motor plates that fit between the motor and trans, but I've never made an adapter to to mount a different type of transmission to. So no. There are kits for almost anything, unless it's a real oddball swap. You know, there are kits to mount anything to anything, and it's usually just not worth the hassle. Just buy the kit.
Metal Art Custom wants to know, did you write for Peterson in the early 90s?
A little bit, yeah. I did some work for Hot Rod. No, that was it. Yeah, Ron McGonigal was the editor over at Hot Rod at the time. But I think, did I ever do anything for Carcraft?
No.
No, just Hot Rod, right?
Yeah, Hot Rod. Tom Fry says, see, my praying for you helped.
Thank you.
Tom Fry.
What did it help exactly? Because I want to know what he was praying about.
Probably.
My back?
Your back? Probably.
Well, either way, thank you.
Yeah. I'm not sure if Tom is the one, his wife is sick. Is it Tom Fry whose wife is sick?
I don't know. There's a lot of people sick now.
I know.
Mike Morello has
Yeah.
got stage 4 lung cancer. Lizzie Musey has cancer, stage 4 cancer. So, you know, and of course our best wishes
Yeah,
and thoughts to them.
absolutely. Okay. Me Machine Mania says, want to start own channel, but every time I record, I end up asking who's going to want to watch someone underskilled, equipped, and educated in this stuff. You have to approach it from where you are.
Yeah, you have to approach it from where you are, and you
And
have to
have a good
understand.
attitude and like a sense of humor.
Yeah, and where you are is where a lot of other people are too, and
Mhm.
they'll identify with you. The
Right.
only way to find out is to do it.
Yeah. Like having a good personality is like
Just be
a
genuine.
good portion, yeah.
You don't even really have to have a good personality.
You have
Just
to have
have
a
a genuine
personality,
personality.
yeah.
That's all it takes.
Some people don't have a
Some people
personality
have
at all.
some people have a miserable personality,
Yes.
but they're genuine about it, and people respect that, and they like it, and they're following them.
Mm. Let's see. ZZZ Racing. Any chance you get a modern Hemi car?
No. That's not to say there won't be any modern Hemi stuff on the channel. If it comes to me, yeah, absolutely, we'll do modern Hemi stuff. We've tried to do modern Hemi stuff in the past, and that was a disaster. And I won't mention any names. But oh God. So I took a trip into modern Hemi land about 3 years ago with somebody known to most of you who had built a modern Hemi and put it in a vehicle. I won't say what kind of vehicle it was. And we followed it for 4 installments. I think it was 4 installments, where it was like all of the bits and pieces, and then all of the parts on what they do and how they're going to be modified and so on and so forth, and then putting it all together, and then putting it in the vehicle. And then we took it to the track, and it was 2 seconds slower in the 8th mile than it started out. And I was like, and I was like, okay, well, that just happens. That happens. So I left everything up. I didn't post a video about taking it to the, because I didn't want to make this guy look bad. So I didn't post a video about taking it to the track. I went 2 seconds slower than it did stock in the 8th mile. So I says, all right, we'll try this again. So this person brought it to a tuner. You can't make this up. You can't make this stuff up, right? Person brought it to a tuner. They bring the truck back. I meet them at the track, and they make a pass in it, and it's still like a second slower than it was when it was stock. And I'm like, let me at this thing, because now I'm like, now it's like, okay, we've already covered this to this point. We got to keep going with this, and I got to produce some kind of result, right? So I get in this truck, and Kathy is my witness, right? Do you remember what I'm talking about? Don't put that look on your face.
What?
You've got this look on your face.
Well, what do you want? What kind of look should I have? It's
So
a sad story.
I get in the truck, I pull it around, right? I do a burnout with it, and I'm going to stage the truck, okay? And I swear to God, you can't make this up, right? I'm just about to start pulling up to like stage the truck, and the throttle goes, whappa, all by itself. And I'm just sitting there like, what happened? And then it starts, whappa, 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 and I'm standing on the brake pedal, and it goes, whappa, whappa, whappa.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, and the track
I was
officials.
looking at him like, what are you doing?
Yeah, the
What's
track
going
guys.
on?
Everybody's looking at me like, what
What
the
are you
hell is
doing?
wrong with you? And I'm just sitting there like, I don't know. Whappa, whappa, whappa.
It's like what a toddler would do with like a toy car.
Yeah, it was the craziest thing. It was the craziest freaking thing, okay? Whappa, whappa. Am I exaggerating?
It's so embarrassing.
Am I exaggerating this
No,
one bit?
it was crazy.
Okay, right.
It was like humiliating. I'm like, what the hell is going on?
So-
And I'm standing there trying to video it, and I'm like, what is happening?
what is he doing, okay?
What is he doing?
And this thing's just got a mind of its own. So I'm standing on a brake pedal with both feet. And I got on stage. I was going, and they're looking at me like,
It's like you're doing it on purpose.
yeah. And the light turns green. I take my foot off the brake. The truck goes, so I stand on it, and it goes 2 seconds slower.
Oh So Danny.
So with that, I deleted all of those videos.
Yeah, we deleted her.
Yeah, I took all those videos down.
Danny K sent you $4.99.
Thank you.
Here's your share of what I'll be saving by not using oil filters anymore. Thanks, UTG. Oh man.
You had to be there. You had to be there.
It was pretty crazy.
And then I gave this fella another shot. And the rest is history.
C. Roma says awesome. Kugaria G says funny. Bring the video out.
Do you have the video of that?
I saved a lot of video, like even from the beginning on one of the hard drives, like the external hard drives. So I do have a lot of video, like, but none of it is labeled. Like I would actually have to sit there and try and like go through stuff, which would take me like forever. So I may have it, or I may have just like been like, okay, I'm just deleting that. So I have room.
Yeah.
I don't know if I would have saved it.
I kind of deleted it from my memory until just now.
Yeah.
That was embarrassing.
It was humiliating, yeah. Yep. Let's see. Para Pirate says, big fan here from Canada. How far should the slip yoke hang out of 904 Trans 74 Duster? Is 1 3/4 too much?
No, that's okay. I mean, I would shoot for like 1 inch. But what's the height? Because like if you've got this thing jacked up off the ground, and the rear end is dropped, then you're measuring it that way, then you're going to get a much longer measurement than you will if the car. So you got to put the jack under the center section of the rear, and bring the springs up so that, and that'll be your true distance. 1 3/4 is.
UFO? No, that's a street light.
I would shoot for like 1 inch.
It's not a UFO. That's a street light. Territory says, Tony, I have a terrible personality, and you're still not following me. I'm not kidding about not having a personality. I don't think I have the truck video. Honestly, it was such a long time ago. Like when we were, I want to say within the first year of what we were doing, right? So I don't even know if I have that.
It was like the second year we were doing it.
I may have just like deleted it since I knew we weren't going to use it.
But that was an example of late Hemi stuff that we got involved in, and that was just bad,
Do an evening showcasing old videos while you provide content. Showcasing
Comments.
old video. Oh, provide. Yeah, well, it says content, so comments, I guess.
Commentary.
Do you want to like watch old videos and provide commentary on them?
It's kind of like self-serving a little bit.
You think so?
Yeah. Probably wouldn't do that.
Probably not. Let's see. We can critique other people's videos.
Well, I did want to do a thing where we reviewed different videos and different channels.
We could do that.
That could actually be a fun video.
Yeah. Remember when you used to do Slam of the Month?
Cars Illustrated, yeah, please.
He's embarrassed by that.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about that.
We would never do that now. Jester has a slant. Yeah. Big kudos to you and your wife, because my wife likes your channel enough that she lets me eat dinner while watching it. Awesome,
Nice.
Jeffrey Sanderson.
What's her name?
I don't know. You didn't say. Ryan says, thanks for the laugh. It's much needed. My favorite uncle passed away this Wednesday. I'm sorry,
I'm sorry,
Ryan.
man.
Oh, let's see.
No, I can be your favorite uncle.
Oh, yeah. When was your first video out? Uncle Squirrel is asking. Uncle Squirrel's never in the chat.
Maggie is sitting there on the couch being extra pretty for
When
me.
did you put the first video out?
The first video we put out was in early 2018, and we still had the shop. We had the shop, the Mid-South Mopars.
Yep.
And we did the
Our
bolt.
first videos were there.
We did the bolt video.
Yeah.
And then
Bolt hack.
we did a drum brake video.
And the day that we did the drum break video, the landlord was like, "Oh, sold the property. You gotta leave right now."
Yeah, yeah. Which was an omen. See, it all worked out.
Yeah,
It all
we
worked out.
never would have, I think, pushed as hard doing this had we not had to move.
So we did like 4 videos, okay, and then we lost that shop, and then I decided we were going to try to do podcasting. So we did a podcast.
It was okay.
For 6 months, 8 months.
We did it for a while.
We did it for a while, but it didn't go anywhere. It went nowhere.
You couldn't make any money with it either.
And we were promoting stuff on Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
And we did a video called Everything You Need to Know About an Edelbrock Carburetor in Under a Minute.
The video, yeah.
And we shot it here in the backyard, not at this table. This is a similar table.
We broke the other table.
We broke that table. And we shot it back here, and it was like, okay, so when we shot that video, it was like 95 degrees.
Yeah, it was hot.
Her and I had just had a major brawl.
Yeah, we were fighting.
And we were late to a meeting that we were supposed to have a podcasters meeting in Nashville.
Right? Mm-hmm.
And we were like, let's just do this thing, right?
Let's get it over with.
Let's get this over with.
Action.
Action.
Do your thing.
Right.
Let's get out of here. You're a jerk.
Yeah, it was brutal. It was brutal.
Well, in the early days, like, filming was like hard, and like we were under a lot of stress and pressure.
There was a lot of stress, a lot of
So
pressure.
we were like, some days were not going well for us.
But that video took off on Facebook, and we weren't making any money on Facebook.
No.
So that's when we decided, okay, let's give the YouTube a hard shot, and here we are.
Yeah. Yep. Will Propolik says, "What is a good highway RPM for a slant six?"
I mean, they're happy all day at 3,000.
3,000. That's good. Didn't your daughter do some of the video? Yeah, our daughter-in-law.
Crystal.
She's
my daughter.
She was in.
She's my daughter.
Right, but technically we had sons.
Yeah, but I adopted Crystal.
Right.
Crystal's my daughter.
Of course, she's right, but people.
I adopted Crystal. She's my daughter.
I'm just.
I don't want to hear
answer the
daughter-in-law. She's my freaking daughter.
Oh my goodness.
I love Crystal.
I love her too.
I love her more.
Oh my goodness! Now we're gonna fight over Crystal. Who loves Crystal more?
I love Crystal more.
Oh my goodness. Let's see. That's how I found you guys. Dean Brown says. How? Let's see. Can't be worse than the. Okay. Talking about something else. Did Tony's grandfather fight Jake LaMotta?
Yes.
Yeah.
He also managed Rocky Graziano. And he ran the docks in Brooklyn for a period of time.
Who do you love more, Crystal or Kathy?
I couldn't choose.
Oh, I wouldn't want you to choose.
I couldn't make a choice.
Anyone know if Uncle Tony will answer any old question, or we got a super chat? I read a lot of questions.
All kinds of questions.
I'm going to start something. Uncle Crystal or Danny? No, I'm not saying.
Oh, you're going to pit me against
you can't do
my
that.
adopted daughter and my adopted daughter?
Right. You can't do that.
You can't do that.
We love everybody.
I love Danny so much.
Yeah,
she's such a sweetheart. Dan is not worthy of her.
No.
He is not worthy of her.
Oh, my goodness. Is it spelled Crystal with a C or K, like the restaurant chain? A
C.
C. Caleb says, well, damn. No, I'm reading your comments. Like, what's your question? Well, now he's going to put it, and I'm going to miss it. Let's see. I love the video in the beginning where Kathy was chasing Tony in the bushes trying to get him to do YouTube. Funny. We're so bad at acting.
But people remember those videos.
They're
Some of them were really stupid.
We do a lot of stupid things.
My favorite was the 100
Oh, that
first
was a good video though.
extravaganza.
That wasn't stupid. That was like brilliant.
I think out of all the videos we've ever done, that was my favorite.
What was it called? The 101st
First, yeah, extravaganza.
Extravaganza. Video extravaganza. You guys should look that up.
Yeah. It was before we got all like tight and formal and shit. Like we were still, like we were taking we were taking YouTube seriously, but not it hadn't become like a business yet. You know what I mean? It was like we were making money with it, a little money with it. It was fun, and it hadn't become like a business yet. So we played around a lot. You know, and we just didn't care. So
because we were really actually focused on the podcast.
Yeah.
We wanted to make that a thing.
Right.
Yeah, we wanted the podcast to be a thing.
We were actually, that's the truth. We were looking at YouTube as a way to promote the podcast.
Yeah, we weren't really. Yeah. We were figuring out podcast things to do and like. You didn't know like how to talk that much, but I think you're doing okay now.
But we were ahead of the curve because when we were trying to do podcasts, people only wanted a video.
Mm-hmm.
But now YouTube is pushing podcasts.
Right.
They want us to do podcasts, and so we're gonna try it.
Eric's Garage says, my first Uncle Tony video I watched was the one where he quit smoking. That was nuts.
That was
out
fun.
loud. I subbed immediately.
That was fun. I remember that one too.
Whose head is that? With those videos, Tony's like, okay, get the camera. And I have no idea what he's going to do. So if my acting is really bad, it's because I'm winging the entire thing. Like literally, the entire thing. I have no idea what he's going to say or do or what's going to happen. And like, if I suck, it's because I don't know what's going on. I have to play along and not know what's going on.
Any and all of the goof videos that we've ever done, well, we've done a bunch of them over the years. Any of the goof videos we've ever done started out just like I had a brainstorm. I just had this flash in my head, and I laughed. And then as soon as that happens, I'm like, okay, look at him, and I'll go to Kat and say, grab the camera. And she said, what do you want to do? And I'd be like, just play along.
That's what he says, just play along. And I'm
just
like, okay.
and we wing 100% of it.
Sometimes I'll ask him, am I mad?
Yeah. Yeah. What's my motivation?
Right. What attitude do I have? That's all I need to know.
Just play along. And I used to do the same thing to Crystal too. I never told her what we were going to do.
Yeah.
Never told her what we were going to do.
It's funny. Who was the guy you always put in time out on your live last year?
Dakota.
Yeah.
Whose name is Dakota's
Uncle
Time
Tony's
Out.
Improv. Yeah, exactly. All improvised. Like really on the fly. Like our 101st video, that was all on the fly.
100% on the fly.
What I was filming, like the whole bird thing, feeder thing, stop talking, like.
But that was the thing.
That was all improvised.
Every scene, okay? It was like we didn't even know what we were going to do for the next scene. And we'd look around and think about it for them, like, oh wait, here, come here. Grab the camera, come here. And we would do the next thing.
Or like focusing on the dogs running in the yard, and then we put the clips together. Yeah, it was funny. Dakota tried to time himself out on Ari's stream last week. You may miss it.
That's a thing now.
Spray painting the beard black during the Q&A to look youthful. Yeah,
Crystal didn't know I was going to do that.
Sometimes if I'm filming stuff like that, it's hard.
You crack up.
I gotta try not to laugh. And sometimes you'll hear like that. Because I'm trying to hold it in. Or like the lawnmower one. I laughed in the lawnmower one. It came out when you were walking around in the circle around the mower. You're walking around the circle and I'm trying to freaking not explode. I'm watching this and I'm like.
That was the last one. Yeah, we did that just like a month. At the beginning of this month.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Yeah, she didn't know what we were gonna do. I didn't really know what we were gonna do. Let's do some with this lawnmower. I was like, follow me.
But you kind of need those to break it up, you know? It's like a mental break.
We do those videos for ourselves, honestly.
Yeah.
We
don't care if
we don't care if it's views or not. We just do them for ourselves to have fun.
Brian McTaggart's here. Good evening, guys.
What's happening, Brian
McBangsha? Hope
McBangsha?
you're doing well. Hope you're doing well too, Brian.
Yeah. Long time no see.
Yeah. Gas test on the lawnmower was epic. It was hilarious. The walking was hilarious. I'm like, oh my god.
When I was walking around it.
Yeah, we walk in circles.
Let's walk around this thing.
We do have a good time. I kind of hope that comes across, that we have a good time. And the ramen on the motorcycle. Yeah, Joe K, we enjoyed making that video.
That was one of my favorite.
And that really didn't get any views.
That was another one. Yeah, no views. Whenever we do those videos, like, they don't get views.
Nope.
They never do. But like I said, we're doing them for ourselves.
The True Voice of Reason says the Crystal Comeback video is awesome.
Oh, that was the highlights of the, yeah.
You guys says that's my kind of humor. Let's see. Caleb Parker says, my wife hates when I watch Project Farm. Why?
Why? It's a
That's
great
good
channel.
Robert Hall, I'm looking for 1930-something Plymouth pickup. I don't know where you get one of those.
No idea where you find one of those.
Spoof videos are super funny. Dakota's time in. He's asking me, ask Tony if he knew that was me messing with him on NGG's live stream. I didn't see it, so I don't know what happened. Is somebody messing with you on New Guys Garage live stream?
Honestly, if you were, it was. I was distracted. I was going back and forth looking at his live stream, and I had other things I was taking care of online at the same time. So I was just kind of like going. I was just bouncing back and forth.
So Dan 57 Chevy says, my first video was when you raced your 67 Charger against the modern Charger, and the modern one broke.
So did mine.
Oh, yep. Dog stealing your artichokes was funny. Yeah, Russell.
Oh, that was one of the first
That was one
videos
of the
that we
first
did also. I
ones.
forgot about that one.
We didn't know how to make videos at all.
We had no idea.
We still don't.
Maggie is now depressed. She stopped being extra pretty, and now she's making her depressed face. I mean, oh, look at her. Look.
I don't even see her. She's not by the door.
She's on the couch. Look at her.
Oh, she's on the couch laying there comfortably.
No, she's staring at me with her face in a.
Can I pay attention to what I'm doing? Give Tony his doggies. They're my doggies too.
I love them more.
Let's see. Tony, your mouth moves when you talk. Unsub. Dakota says he would like to get bigger.
Eat.
Your neighbors complain about noise. We don't make any noise.
Not really. I used to. Oh my God.
In New York, not here.
I used to set up like seismograph shit in New York. And here, no, we're like, we don't make any noise at all,
we don't
really.
make any noise. People don't even know we do cars.
Yeah.
Billy Bob Holcombs, you want to do a spoof on It's a Mad, 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 Mad World?
Sure, if you can line up like half a dozen 62 Plymouths, sure.
Dakota says, no, my channel, not my weight. Laugh out loud.
Same thing.
Oh,
make a channel. Dakota gets fat.
Randy Bauer says, the thing only worth watching on the net on a Sunday. Oh, that's nice, Randy. Let's see.
I do look forward to these.
Benjamin C says, the best UTG content was the early lockdown lives, hobos, aliens, and laughs. It was great.
We had fun.
Oh, yeah, we had some fun.
We had fun. Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
Greg McDonald.
I enjoy doing the lives. I did one, I guess it was Thursday night? I don't know, it was Thursday night.
You did one last night.
Well, it's because I was going stir crazy.
Right.
So I did one Thursday night, and it was like, I thought I was on for like an hour. And I look up and it was 3
Oh, yeah,
hours.
the one you did by yourself?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to bed. I'm like, you're crazy.
Yeah, you came out, I'm going back tonight.
I was exhausted. Greg McDonald says, whatever happened to the Roadrunner that was owned by that bodybuilder looking guy that you swapped out the carburetor on the side of the road?
Oh, the Charger.
Josh, yeah.
I haven't seen Josh in probably 6 months or so.
Yeah.
He's a busy guy. He's an EMT, and he spends a lot of time at the gym.
Yep. It's under a big giant W. That's right, Glenn Nickerson. A big giant W.
Now Poppy wants to come out. She
Oh,
looks
for
very old.
Pete's sake. All right, I'm opening the door. All right, I'll be right back, guys. Talk to you, everybody.
I don't know what to say.
Well, you're going to have
You know
to
I get
figure
shy.
it out. Yeah, you're shy. Yeah. Go there.
Here they are. They're just gonna bark for like a couple of seconds. Come on, Maggie. What? What? Oh, she's giving them cookies. Hey, Cat. Cat, I'm lost. I need you. I need you. I don't know what to say. No, not really. I'll come around and look at. Oh, I can't get up.
You don't want to go back in.
I just tried to stand.
What's your problem?
It hurt.
What's your problem?
I was gonna go read comments, but
Oh. Let's see. No, Danny Boyd. No.
you locked them back in the house.
Because they came back in. They really didn't want to come out.
They thought you were gonna give them a cookie. You fooled them.
Goodness. I need a coffee. Let's see. Stephen Giobi. Tony, what do you think of the Chinese-built HEI GM style distributor?
They're prone to failure. Those things just drop dead on the side of the road. I wouldn't. There are certain Chinese things it's hard to go wrong with. Like, for instance, their carburetors. How do you screw up a carburetor? It's like you can't. You really can't screw up a carburetor. You can have things not adjusted right. You can have some debris in there and stuff, but you really can't screw up a carburetor. But the electronic components is a different story. I wouldn't mess with anything Chinese electronic.
Okay. What happened with the blue Hemi satellite you helped get back on the road?
Hemi satellite?
It was a Hemi GTX.
Oh, he drives that every day. He's up in Knoxville.
Knoxville?
Yeah, he's stationed in Knoxville.
Oh, yeah.
Not Knoxville, Fort Knox. I knew it was a Knox.
Let's see. SAC 778. I don't know what to do with my hands. What?
Yeah, that's a problem.
Make something. Wow, someone gave you $100. Yes. We appreciate it very much.
Yes.
We appreciate everything. Prism sent you $5.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Do you know anybody or any place with a 70 to 74 E-body rollers? Who has E-body rollers?
Where did I just see?
Did you just see an E-body roller?
Yeah, actually. Oh God.
Was it on Marketplace?
Yeah, search Marketplace in the vicinity of Nashville.
Yeah, I saw one too.
Yeah, there's, and I don't remember what it was.
It was a Challenger, wasn't it?
It might have been a Challenger. Actually, I think I saw a couple of them.
Did you?
Yeah, search within like 100-mile radius of Nashville on Marketplace and see what you come up with.
Mm-hmm. What camera did you start out with doing videos for YouTube? My broken phone?
Yeah.
Like literally
screen.
broken, cheap ass phone.
Now she's got like equipment up the
No,
wazoo.
I don't. No, I don't.
You just bought a new computer an hour ago.
Oh, I needed a new computer. Yeah. Well, yep. That's right. Well, because the other one I've been using for like 6 years, 7 years.
And then you got this thing last month.
Yo, yeah, I know. Well, we need equipment. This is what I do. I need my equipment to work.
This is your super chat in action right there.
Yeah. Need equipment. I do have a crappy phone though. I've got a crappy Android. But like stuff for the channel. Like I couldn't, my computer, like I had fixed it so much and upgraded it so much that I couldn't upgrade it anymore. So it wasn't accepting my Adobe programs, and like things were proprietary that I couldn't change, so we had to bite the bullet. And,
Flat wore that computer out. That.
yeah, like that computer, we definitely got our money's worth.
Yeah.
Dada Le Breton says, sent you $2.20.
Thank you, Donna.
Canadian. Save my soul and this channel. Miss church today.
I'm not good at she's
you.
all good with the soul stuff. I stick with cars and silver.
Trying to imagine Uncle Tony getting roasted by Dean Martin or Don Rickles.
Oh, you're old, bro. You're old.
Oh, yeah. World of woodchip. We can go where we want to. The night is young, and so am I.
Okay.
And silver. When is the non-financial advice video coming? Joe K wants to know.
I think I'm going to do a live. I think we're going to do
Another
a live.
live?
Not now.
Oh my God.
Obviously, we're already
live
doing
on
one.
Top of a live.
I
I can handle one live a week, to be honest.
I could do a couple.
Because Mondays I don't speak.
I know. Oh, it's funny, right?
It's like we walk around, we don't say anything.
It's funny. So after we're done with this, right? But we're going to go inside, and neither of us is going to say a word. And then tomorrow morning, it'll be the same thing. Neither of us says a word.
We call them Silent Mondays.
Silent Mondays.
It's pretty funny.
It's a constant, though. It's been like this since, like, for 5 years. We've been doing this. And, yeah, Mondays.
Sign language only, yep.
No, I'm gonna do a live specifically talking about silver, precious metals, that sort of thing.
You should have somebody on with you, though. Like, you
I'd
should get
like-
somebody that knows what they're talking. You can get Gregory Manarino.
I would
He's the
like
car
to get
guy.
Gregory Manarino on here, but I tried contacting him. He doesn't. I mean, I get it because
How'd you
he's like
contact
me.
him?
He doesn't. I jumped into one of his lives. I sent him an email on his Trader's Choice thing.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. He's probably like me, where it's just overwhelming, and you just don't want to communicate with anybody in the outside
yeah.
world.
Mhm.
Or he thinks I'm a dick and just doesn't want to
Yeah,
talk to
that
me.
could be.
So, but Gregory Manarino is somebody I would definitely like to do a live with. If anybody knows Gregory Manarino and wants to put us together, that would be awesome. I'd really love to do. You know what I'd really love to do a live with?
No.
Gerald Salente.
That'd be pretty good.
I think that Gerald Salente and I would do a great. It would be all screaming. it would be two old Italians cursing and yelling and stuff. But I think I'd like to do a live with him.
Yeah.
I would love to do a live with Andy Sheckman.
Yeah.
But Andy Sheckman is a very, very busy guy.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they're all busy.
Yeah.
Everybody's busy.
Everybody's busy. But I mean, he's especially busy. He probably
Cole
does.
Motor says Gerald is awesome. He is.
Yeah.
We watch him we watch pretty much every video.
Yeah.
When he starts going off, I'm like, yeah. It's good because you can say it and he gets it out so eloquent. Yeah. He gets it out so eloquently in a way that I never could. And I'm like, yes, I feel that inside in my soul.
I'm Gavin Newsom. Fuck you.
Kids are watching.
Yeah, sorry.
Sorry. Let's see. You should do a live with the uneducated economist.
I saw one or two of his videos. They don't really stand out to me. I go back and I watch some more of his stuff. The Economic Ninja. The Economic Ninja has actually been on these lives. We've talked back and forth, but we've never gotten together to do anything. But he's another guy, very, very busy. He's one very busy people.
Busy. Cole Motor says the White Shoe Boys.
Yeah, he's great. He's great.
I wonder if he has a new video. We can go inside silently after.
Yeah, watch Gerald yell.
Oh my God, Tony is trying to drink Canada Dry. Why, is that bad?
I've been drinking this. I like ginger ale.
Yeah, he likes ginger ale. Let's see.
I go through phases. I like root beer and then I like ginger ale. I go back and forth.
Mechanic Warrior 20 says you should do a live with Vice Grip Garage.
He doesn't like me.
No, they don't like us.
He doesn't like me.
Yeah. Down to 429 watching.
Oh no, it's plummeting.
Why not? Oh, I'm sure there's a myriad of reasons.
I have no idea.
Yeah, we don't know.
I have no idea.
We don't know.
We used to talk occasionally,
okay.
and then he just.
It's fine. Anyone seen any 3D Mopar files on the internet? 3D Mopar files? Oh, like for 3D printing?
Probably, but I haven't. Yeah, that's what he was talking about. But I haven't.
Okay.
I've never seen anything like that.
Tony slighted Vice Grip Garage just like he slighted Doug Dutra, Ari says.
Yes.
Talking about Doug Dutra.
I go about slighting everybody.
Everybody,
It's
yeah.
a hobby of mine. I'm like, I wake up and say, who the hell can I slight today?
Well, probably because he's Motor Trend now, maybe. Gotta keep squeaky clean. I like the fact that we can be ourselves.
I couldn't be
wouldn't
anybody
want
else.
it any other way.
It couldn't be anybody else.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to do it. I would
When
quit.
somebody doesn't like me, I almost consider it like a badge of honor. If
Yeah.
that makes any sense. I know it probably doesn't make sense to most people. But you weren't raised by like my family in like New York City in the 60s and the 70s. So it's like, it's hard to explain. When somebody doesn't like you, it's almost like a badge of honor. It's like, I know I've done something right because they don't like me. So it's hard to explain.
Little did the trolls know Tony is trolling them, Frank F says.
I kept the whole Brian LARP thing under my hat for a long time. I knew what he was doing. It was obvious to me what he was doing. But God, he sucked in so many people.
Not that many, really. Just really a few boneheads.
Well, the boneheads that stuck around regularly, but there were so many people that came and went over the time that he was doing it.
See, Pesto 360. What do you think of Whistling Diesel's Charger? Generally, why not do a video on that car with him? Oh, Whistling Diesel.
If Whistling Diesel reached out to me,
we can't go
I can't
chasing people.
There's the YouTube hierarchy, right? You know,
you don't go
I'm a fan of his. I enjoy
really
all
likes
his
them,
videos, and it has nothing to do with him being one of our neighbors or anything like that. I liked him when he was, but. There's like a YouTube hierarchy. If he was to reach out to me, yeah, absolutely, I would do something with him. But I can't reach out to him.
Right. Well, Tony, you inspired me to build my Valiant. Thank you for that, Dennis Weldon says.
Nice.
Awesome.
Good luck with it.
Mexican Spec, are we going to go through this again?
Yes.
What are
We're
we
going to go through it 3 more times.
Who else can we get to like hate us? I don't know.
Everybody will hate us eventually.
Everybody.
Everybody will eventually hate us.
It's funny though, Tony.
I'm nailed to the cross.
It's really
yet
funny.
Again.
Let's see. Edelbrock or Holly?
Depends what mood I'm in.
You didn't get one of those new carbs, did you? Remember you did the video on it and you were like excited about it because it looked like it was a really good carb?
No.
You didn't get one?
No.
How come?
Because I didn't ask for one.
No, I'm saying why didn't you just buy one? I know you wouldn't ask for one.
Because I like my old carburetors.
Okay.
I like to work with my old carburetors.
I wouldn't expect you to ask for one. We don't do that. That's why you get to sit here and say whatever the freak you want.
But the point is, I don't want to showcase $1,000 freaking carburetor or $800 carburetor when our average viewer cannot just say, oh yeah, send me one of these. The average viewer though can go to swap meet, buy a carburetor for $50, tear it down, go through it, make it right, put it together, and work with it. And so that's what I work with.
47 says I'd sell out if I had the opportunity.
Yeah, you know what? I could see selling out, but I would have to reinvent myself. Does that make any sense? Like, I am who I am, and I do what I do, and I've maintained myself through this channel, like really as myself. Okay, but if I was to let's just say, for example, YouTube just took a shit. Okay, and I was like, I still want to be in media, which I don't think I would want to be. But if I
No.
wanted to still be in media, I could see reinventing myself and just selling the hell out. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
could you?
But this is the path that we're on, and this is the one that we're going to maintain for as long as we do this channel.
Benjamin C says, "Got to get that UTG bus to throw people under." You know, we should sell those in the merch store.
The buses,
in the store,
the UTG
little
bus?
buses with a UTG stamp on them. We could do that.
Oh God, we found so many people under the bus.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Make a separate channel. UTG sells out to the man. We would make it hilarious, though.
You know, it's funny. You go to any, like, I've met and I know so many people who you may only know through like television or through YouTube or anything like that. And the thing that they all have in common is that they've got huge stashes of like brand new
Parts.
stuff, right? Huge
That's
stashes.
part of their salary.
Intake manifolds, piles of intake. They don't have any shit that runs, but they'll have piles of intake manifolds, piles of carburetors, distributors all over the place, aluminum heads everywhere you look. There's like
We just have junk.
tools, new toolboxes loaded with stuff, and you know, you would be amazed at how people milk the media.
Bill McKiska sent you $5.
Thank you, Bill.
When retapping threads for a spark plug in the head, is there a way that you can safely do it with the head still on the engine?
Yeah. When I've had to do that, I'll load the tap up with grease, just regular grease, you know, axle grease. Dip the tap in axle grease and I run it through, and just about all of the shavings are going to get stuck in the grease. If you got a couple of shavings in this cylinder, honestly, don't worry about it. It's not going to foul anything up. It'll probably just blow out the exhaust valve and be done with it. But yeah, just take your tap, dip it in grease, and then run it through.
Is it Brian M's birthday?
Brian M.
I don't know.
I don't know who Brian.
Someone
Happy
said
birthday,
happy
Brian
birthday.
M.
Let's see. Why don't you twin turbo that orange car, Tony?
I'm not a turbocharger guy. I like other people having turbochargers. I myself don't want to have anything turbocharged. I like nitrous oxide. I'm new to nitrous oxide, but I like it because it's simple. It's so simple, you know, and you can run the car with it or you can run the car without it. So it gives you a choice. You could do it two different ways. Turbocharging, I don't like the clutter under the hood. I don't like it. Just I seek simplicity. I seek lightweight and I seek simplicity. And the turbocharger, if you build a turbocharged car and you want me to screw around with it, I am all in. I'll be all over that stuff. But I have absolutely zero desire to ever own one myself.
Backyard car says, "You're always welcome to come twist wrenches in the dirt with me in the Florida heat, Tony."
Oh boy, that sounds inviting.
Doesn't that sound like fun?
That sounds like something I really want to do.
Stay at a hotel near the beach and you
What
can take the
hotel? I
GoPro?
want to sleep there with the crawdaddies or whatever the hell they got.
Crawdaddies.
Yeah, whatever they got, the crawl that's going to eat you alive.
They have that. That's Louisiana,
Whatever
isn't it?
deadly parasite you have that's this
Crawdaddy.
big at night that comes out will eat you. I want to sleep with that. So yes, I'll be right down.
Right away.
Shoot me your address.
Oh my goodness. Just start putting out foreign car content. You could be Uncle Tony Kilmer.
Uncle
You could do
Antonio.
like just
I
regular
could do
repair
Italian cars.
videos.
Uncle Antonio.
Uncle Antonio. Gators and pythons, Frank F says.
Yeah, it's all the same. It's all good.
Uncle Scotty. You can come to Canada and play with my 59 anytime, Tony, Coop W says.
Yeah, that's cool. I'll bring my snow gear. I'll bring my snowshoes and my leather mask.
With a mask.
Yeah.
Put a supercharger on Bottle Rocket.
No.
No. Casey Crane. Hey, Uncle Tony, is there a 4-speed manual for a slant 6?
Yes. Yes. The 4-speed manual was a standard option, 1964 through 66. And then 67 it was 3-speed only.
Breaking news, Florida man kidnaps YouTuber.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. I want to go down to Florida. I want to lay in the grass and get eaten by whatever eats you there while I sweat.
Right. Don't forget the mosquitoes.
And the mosquitoes, right? You won't even notice them, you know.
See, Roma says, it's a me, Uncle Antonio.
Hey!
Yay!
Hey, look at this car! Oh my God!
Bacala! All right. Crayfish is good eating. Fire ants.
Fire ants, yeah.
That could be a whole channel. What attacks you while you're working on your car?
I've been attacked by so many things. I'm bug phobic. I'm bug phobic. And I remember when I was 16, I was changing the starter in my Charger. I got stuck in the street. This was on Staten Island in like 1978, I guess it was. And the car was, I used a bumper jack to jack it up, a floor jack. Who the hell have anything that extravagant? And I was laying under the car, and a swarm of locusts came down the street as I'm under the car, right? It was whatever year they had the 17-year locust.
Yeah.
And so help me, I'm under the car and I'm hearing these noises. I didn't know locusts. I was like 16 years old. I don't know these things. Cicadas, they call them.
Cicadas,
whatever.
Not cicadas.
And I hear this chirping, noise, and I'm like, what is that? And then one of them pops through, and I'm like, oh, and then like here comes like 5 more, and it's like, oh shit! And that car stayed up there on the bumper jack for days. I didn't want to deal with it.
Let's see. Was New York infested with rats back then too? We didn't have rats.
Not on Staten Island, no.
Let's see. You know, we're over 2 hours.
Oh, we really?
We are. It's 9:20.
All right. Well, let's pack it in. The girls want to come out.
Yeah, they do. They need to bark at like whatever lives under the shed.
Yeah.
They start screaming and howling.
Well, they're doing it now, but now they want to do it outside.
Cicadas at Taco Bell. Stingray says. Danny Boy says no. Franco says, Tony, I have a friend with a 7-second Street Supra turboed with a nitrous bottles to spool up the turbo. Glitter in an engine when?
Always.
Mean Machine Mania? No, they want to know when we're putting glitter in a motor.
Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah, that's right. I forgot about that.
So many things we're supposed to do.
We'll do that.
Oh my goodness.
What engine can we do that to?
Oh, I don't know.
I got that big block that's on the stand, that yellow big block.
Good night, Murder Nova.
We could fire that thing up and blow some.
Okay. Wait, you're not going to blow glitter all over the shop because I'm not cleaning
Why?
that.
No, why clean it? Leave it.
No, you can't leave it. It gets in everything. It never goes away. You can't
I
do
don't
that.
mind.
No, you can't do that in the shop. You can't do that. I'm sorry, Tom Fry. I hope she gets well.
Yes.
Soon. His wife has stage 4 lung cancer.
Uh,
Tonight would have been Cabral's worst day, J. Russell Finch says. J. Russell Finch has been with us for a very long time.
Yes, he has.
We appreciate your support.
Absolutely. All right, we're going to pack it in?
Yeah, I think so.
Let's do it to it.
Sad face. Don't be sad.
It's cold out here, guys. Seriously,
Yeah,
it's about 39 degrees. It's gotten cold.
I gotta cover the strawberries.
Yeah.
Bulgaria says, great live. Enjoyed it like always. Thanks for hanging out with us.
Thank you for hanging out with us. Our awesome mods, Ari, Fubar Zero, guys. Thank you so much. Ari usually does a show after hours,
Yeah, he's waiting for us to get
after
off
the
here.
Tony. So if you want to keep hanging out, go over to Ari DeBernia's channel.
That should be an interesting show as well.
So I'm going to put a link to that. Everybody who contributed with Super Chat, thank you so much. Greatly appreciate it. It offsets some of the giant chunk of change I just offloaded.
Stop complaining about what we have to spend
Giant
on the
computer, big money.
Oh my goodness.
She could run SpaceX from this thing.
Just because he's not using it and it's not a car part, it's all of a sudden it's so expensive.
Oh, Jesus. SpaceX.
No,
Her and Elon.
not SpaceX.
They're going to do dueling rockets off of this
Men,
computer
I
that she just.
swear. This is how I run this channel. I need the computer.
So,
This is what we fight about.
yes, thank you for helping to offset our costs of doing business. Everybody can contribute with just your presence and your conversation. Thank you equally. We love you guys. We really do. We appreciate your support, especially you guys running around for so long.
So long.
I would not follow me for as long as you guys. I'm serious.
We appreciate it.
I would not be following me for as long as you guys have. But thank you. I'm genuinely appreciate it. And
We got a
that's
lot
it.
of support like the last couple of days from a lot of people.
Yes, yes.
Thank you so much.
And thank you, New Guy's Garage. Go over there and sub to New Guy's Garage. That's the troll killer. He took out BNR Racing. He took out Brian Cabral. God only knows who's
Oh,
gonna.
there's more coming.
Yeah, but go easy, man. It's like, you know, let them build up a little before you torpedo them. And Brian, I know you're watching this. I hope you're watching this, right? No hard feelings, bro. I mean, seriously, like, you know, I hope you're doing well. And I mean that sincerely. And that's it. We're out of here. Hit the escape button so we can stop this.
Button.
Yes, make us go away. I want to
night,
stop
everybody.
now. Please make it stop.
We love
make
you
it
guys.
Stop. Make it stop.
I'm going to go use my